We are celebrating Women's History Month by talking with female leaders in sports, business, entertainment, and politics. Washington's deep divisions are again on display this week over how to respond to the mass shooting in Colorado, including gun legislation that is unlikely to pass a closely divided Senate. But in the face of seemingly insurmountable disagreements, two female senators are determined to find common ground on at least some issues. West Virginia Republican Shelley Moore Capito and Nevada Democrat Jacky Rosen are sharing their secrets to success. Congressional correspondent Nicole Killian spoke with them. Nicole, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning to you, Tony. As you know, here on Capitol Hill, bipartisanship is often hard to come by, particularly in today's political climate. But Senators Capito and Rosen are trying to lead by example. Both have been ranked as some of the most bipartisan members in the Senate, and they say the key to their relationship is finding common ground.
It can feel like Washington doesn't work.
Washington is completely dysfunctional.
Senator yield.
And certainly doesn't work together.
Obstruction, obstruction.
But two senators from opposite sides of the aisle and country say they're not as far apart as you think.
And you're from Nevada, you're from West Virginia. What's the connection?
We get together, we leave our politics and our pocketbooks at the door, and we talk about the things that really are important to us as women.
Well, and I think we're doers. I think we like to get results.
And so far, they have, whether it's working on legislation to expand broadband or create more science and technology opportunities for girls. According to a ProPublica analysis of their voting records in the last Congress, the Democrat and Republican duo agreed about as often as they disagreed, 49 to 51%.
That's probably better than we are with our husbands. I don't know. Actually, I think we get the 51% on the husband side.
So let's take the 49% where we agree, and that's where we need to put our work. I would say we sort of avoid the really high intensity disagreements that we know we're always going to have.
We don't have to be disagreeable when we disagree. We can focus on the things we agree on. That's why people send us here. That's what they expect from their leadership.
You all make it sound so easy in terms of bipartisanship. What are you doing that some of your colleagues aren't?
I think, honestly, if you're asking where I think some of our other colleagues, unnamed, could improve, I think the way we disagree sometimes is very disrespectful.
Bipartisan effort.
Years ago, retired Maryland Senator Barbara Mikulski started the tradition of organizing bipartisan dinners just for Senate women, and they've kept them going.
I'd love to see the whole Senate do some rotating dinners where you had to sit at tables with people that you didn't talk to, hear about their families. And that's the way you build bridges to getting things done.
But the pandemic has taken those dinners off the table.
Everything's pretty much virtual. We haven't had a virtual dinner, though. Maybe we ought to try that.
COVID isn't the only challenge that's had a profound impact. So did January 6th.
We saw the rioters climbing up the Capitol wall, and we barricaded in our offices.
I was actually on the floor. The sentinel moment to me was, I said, they're taking the vice president out of here. And that's when everything just sort of fell apart.
What was going through your head?
I thought about 9/11 because I was here on 9/11. I think that's when I had the realization that this is big.
Why don't you think Congress can kind of rally around that? I mean, when you draw comparisons to 9/11, when you look back at how the country rallied then.
I can hear you.
But on an issue of this magnitude, why still the divide?
On 9/11, we had an external force coming in on us. This is something within our own country, and maybe a little tougher to heal.
I would almost argue that we should go in a closed-door session and maybe each person might share how they felt that day. I think it might give us that way to bring us together emotionally.
Both are very clear-eyed about the challenges facing Congress, but they do believe that there are areas where Democrats and Republicans can work together, even on big items like infrastructure and immigration, which could be the next big test for lawmakers. Gail?
I like how they're thinking, Nicole. They should tell the men, leave your politics in your pocketbooks and just sit and talk. A lot gets done.
That's right.